welcome back to Tenacious Sports. I am your host, Tenacious Earl, and this is the continuation of the Tenacious Baseball League version 3.0. Tenacious Baseball League version 1 was an advanced Stratomatic league. TBL 2.0 was another Stratomatic-based 10-team league, but that was using super advanced rules in Stratomatic. And now this is version 3, and it is based in History Maker Baseball. So a completely different type of game, very open-ended, very narrative-driven, and it really, I feel like, is a great way to carry out one of these types of projects, which is a little bit more open-ended and fictional in nature. It's not a fictional, they're not fictional teams. You can go and buy the fictional set called Baseball America from play.com, where you can get this game here. Actually, I think you need to go to it might be Play Classic. PLAAY is the company's name. You'd actually probably have to go to playclassic.com to actually buy this game. And I'm not going to show you the box. I have the old box. If you buy this one, you're going to get all new materials. You're going to get a brand new box, which looks pretty nice. But you can also buy all sorts of season sets, including, like I said, fictional. Now, this is fictional in that we pick 10 random teams. That's the format of what I consider to be a Tenacious League, is a 10-team chosen completely random, and you play each team. Each team plays every other team in the league. So that's 9 opponents. You play them 3 games at home, 3 games away. So that's 9 times 4. 9 times 6 is 54. So a 54-game season. And in the past, the other 2 leagues, I did all 270 games, I believe, is what it came out to, including then on top of that playoffs as well. In this, I decided to only do the Boston Red Sox. Actually, I didn't decide to only do that. I decided to do one team and then simulate the rest. Another thing that you can do with History Maker Baseball is it provides you with quick results for other games. And so if you just have the winning percentages for the teams that are in your league, you can pretty quickly gather your results and put together a standings, as we are doing in this series. I'll show you the standings right now. So Boston has lost 3 in a row. So they, I believe, are a game behind the Cubs, because the Cubs haven't exactly fared well either. They're right around there. So 14-8 is the Red Sox record. They're going to be playing the Padres today, who they've lost 3 in a row. This is game 2 of the series at Petco. And again, I decided this one I was just going to do a single team, and I used a random draw, and you can find it. The draw was here on YouTube, and it turned out to be Boston, which is kind of a weird team for me to have to do, because anybody who's followed this series or any of my videos kind of knows that I'm not really a person who favors favorites or popular teams. I'm usually someone who likes to see the underdog. So this is kind of like challenging me a little bit. And this has actually been pretty interesting in a lot of ways, because Boston was kind of a middle-of-the-road team. I don't believe they made the playoffs in 2019. But they have played a little bit over their heads. Maybe it's the way the schedule's set up. It's kind of a randomized schedule. I mean, we do play series, but the series are all randomized in terms of order. And that's where it's fictional, is that this didn't happen in real life. Yeah, Boston, they did play Toronto plenty of games in real life, but it wasn't exactly like this. I assume Boston didn't play the Padres. They probably didn't, or the Cubs, or the Brewers. I mean, they didn't play all these teams. They definitely played National League teams, but they may not have played these exact teams. And so this just creates a narrative. And then History Maker Baseball itself has these what are called game day extras, which build additional drama, injuries, streaks, slumps, all sorts of stuff that can be factored in. And so even for the games that I'm not playing out, I'm doing quick results. I am taking especially the what are considered the major perks and issues, which the major ones are things that are till further notice. Also, any injuries that come up, I track. And so I do that in Microsoft Access. I have a database built up, and that's great. But long story short, the Red Sox 14-8, the Padres 12-10, so only a couple games apart from each other. They're going to be playing Game 2 of the series, Petco Park. June 26, 2019 is our virtual date, and we are going to get started right after this. Okay, so here we are with our score sheet. Just a couple things to go over here for each team. For the Red Sox, Ryan Brazier has been injured till further notice. He's the most recent one. The other one, previous game starter Eduardo Rodriguez has been working for a little while, and we need another TFN to get him off of the chart. So if you see that right here, this is where I write it down on my score sheet. This is something I've designed. Works pretty well. Also, this game, so I got a roll for the game day extras that said designated hot batter would get a perk. So I rolled, and the perk was actually hot this game. And what I did was, it was because I used the hot batter that I would have chosen as hot for this game. So I looked at the previous game's results, and Xander Bogaerts had a pretty good game. He had 2 hits out of a lot of crap for the Red Sox in that game. I think they only mustered 7 hits in the contest. But Bogaerts was what I would consider hot. So my decision for this was that I made him hot for this game, but I'm allowing us to choose a different hot player as well, because he was he would have been designated hot, but the rolls gave him hot as well. So we're going to give ourselves 2 hot players for this game for Boston, and we also have to choose a cold. And for the Padres, what their situation is that they are harmonious till further notice. Of course, that'll be the next one to come off the rolls. But so I didn't even have to roll on their streak. So usually the way you determine harmony versus dissonance is based on the current streak, and you roll a d6. Well, I don't have to do that with the Padres. We did do that for the Red Sox, who were on a 3-game losing streak. So we rolled on a 3, and I think we got a 5. So that was outside the range. So we rolled the decider die, and that's why we got semi-harmonious. We roll on the decider die and ask, are the Red Sox sunny? And we rolled, and it was a yes. So they were sunny, semi-harmonious, and that's where we got this game. So that's where we kind of get these qualities. Eric Hosmer is injured, so that's playing into this as well. So your lineup for the Boston Red Sox going against Matt Strahm, the lefty for the Padres, is going to be this. I've moved Andrew Benintendi, even though he is a lefty, moved him back up to the top of the lineup, looking for a spark because things have been a little stale in the lineup. Xander Bogaerts, the hot batter, is going to bat second. He was batting more like 4th, but I decided to move him up to second here and try to take advantage of that hot hand. Rafael Devers. I always want to say Devers at first because that's the way it looks, but it's Devers. DH. We moved him to DH just to give him the day off from third, and we'll get Eduardo Nunez in there, get an extra extra right-handed bat in the lineup there. JD Martinez is going to be in right. We moved Mookie Betts to center. Martinez is also deemed the cleanup hitter in this lineup. So then Betts batting 5th in center. Eduardo Nunez at third base. Christian Vasquez, the catcher. Brock Holt, second base. And then Michael Chavez is the cold hitters. Vasquez, the catcher, is also hot. So that was the other hot batter. He was the other one that got multiple hits in that game. Or at least, let me see. I think maybe he only got 1 hit, but he was definitely better off than some of the other guys. So I had to make a choice. Now for the Padres, we've got Manuel Margot in center. Will Myers would have been playing center, but because Hosmer is injured, Myers is playing first. So we've got Margot in center. Then Manny Machado, third base. Fernando Tatis Jr., the shortstop, will bat third. Then Hunter Renfroe, the cold batter, is going to be batting cleanup. Well, batting fourth. Tatis is the cleanup batter. Renfroe is batting in the fourth position, playing in left. Then Myers, first base. Josh Naylor, DHing and batting sixth. Then Franmil Reyes, the right fielder. Hot batter Austin Hedges, the catcher, will bat eighth. And then finally, ninth will be Ian Kinsler, second baseman. So that's the lineups. You've got Strom. This is his card here. Semi-workman, flash, double control. So if we get a control roll, you get those results twice in a row. Rick Porcello, the righty, going for the Sox. He's a semi-struggler with flash and control. He's also an icon. So that could come into play with some of the... Strom is nothing on the experience. So we're going to get the book out, and we're going to go. The weather is normal. It's a good game here. The ballpark traits: grass, surface, semi-big to left field, big to right field. So definitely more of a pitcher's park. And we're going to get started with Andrew Benintendi leading off against Matt Strom. 3-5-5 is going to be the first roll, and the 3-5-5 asks, is Strom a struggler? And he's not. Or gilded. No pitchers in this set are gilded. So then you got, is Benintendi a champion? He is not. So he would ground out unless he's a whiffer. Semi-whiffer with a dot, that will be a strikeout, because the decide or die on these partial chances, if you got a dot in front of it, if the decide or die is yes, then that decides it for the positive. If it's a no, then it decides it for the negative. So that's one out. As Strom sits down, Andrew Benintendi. Now Xander Bogaerts to the plate, 2-4-5. We check the book. Starts with a pitcher roll first, 2-4-5. No check for this particular roll. Is Bogaerts a hero? He is a hero, so that's going to be put through the hole into left field for a single. So his hot batting remains. Now Devers comes to the plate, lefty versus lefty. 1-3-3, no pitcher check. Is he a slugger? He is a slugger. This one is lifted deep to center, and it's gone. 2-run home run, Rafael Devers takes it the long way home, and 2 runs batted in for the third baseman, taking the DH role here today. And an early 2-0 lead for the Bo Sox, as they'd love to get off to a good start here against Strom, and that is exactly what they get. Great roll for Boston. Now J.D. Martinez, batting .305, a pretty good average here. That was Devers' 4th home run, by the way. Martinez with 9 on the season so far. 1-4-5. Is Strom a struggler? No, it's going to be a grounder to first base. It's either first or third, and because Martinez is righty and we get a decided, I know I always go with the opposite field, so we will call it a U3. Unassisted put out for Myers, and that'll be out number 2. And now Mookie Betts. Cold batting here so far this season, 241 average with 4 home runs. Looking for him to turn it around here. 2-4-4 ace. No, the pitcher's not an ace. Is Betts a champion? He's not a champion. Not a whiffer, so that'll be a grounder to short. And that will be a play made by Tatis over to first to end this 2-run first on 2 hits for Boston. And the bottom of the first will be Manuel Margot facing Rick Porcello. And a 4-5-6 will be here for so Porcello. So we don't really have stats for the opposing players, but we do have it for the Boston team. And Porcello's 0-1 with a 3.55 ERA, 28 strikeouts so far, 7 walks. So you have to think about this in terms of a 1/3 scale. So if you multiply everything by 3, and we're not quite to halfway, you can kind of extrapolate what a full season, how they'd be doing in the full season. Just take maybe 40% mark right now. So they're just a little over, so a little past 1/3, we'll say. But anyway, 4, 5, 6. Back to the game. Patient. So no check for pitcher. Patient. Manuel Margot is not patient. So it's going to be a fly out to center, which it's in purple. So this is our first opportunity to go to a mini chart, and that will be for Manny Machado's at bat. He was not available to play the last game. He got an injury roll for one game, so we had to play Ty France in his place. So Machado, on the team chemistry, both teams have some degree of harmony. 36 is the batting team. Harmonious they are on the 36. So yes, deep drive off the outfield wall, and Machado gets a double with 1 out. So both teams making some 1-out noise. Brings up the young gun Fernando Tatis Jr. Didn't have a spectacular game in Game 1 of the series, but he could do some damage here. Has the home run king designation on his card, which is always a scary thing for a pitcher. 4, 4, 5 as we're back to the main chart. Is Porcello a workman? He's actually semi-struggler, so he gets away with that. Patient? No, he's not patient. It's a ground at first base. The runner will advance. Call it a 3-1 on the 4 lead die. And with 2 outs, and at third base, it'll be Hunter Renfroe, the cold batter, facing Porcello. Porcello trying to get out of this inning unscathed after that 1-out double. And the pitch, that is a 1-4-5. Again, he's semi-struggler. And the decided that's a wild pitch. It's going to send Machado home, and he's going to score on the wild pitch. And it's a 2-1 game. They cut the lead in half as the ball gets away from Christian Vasquez. He can't salt it away there. So that's going to bring up a continued at bat for Renfroe with nobody on base. The run home, 2-4-4. Ace, no. Champion. Renfroe is not a champion, so he is a whiffer. That will be a strikeout to end the first. 2-1 is our score from Petco. All right, so after a round of dinner, it's time for inning number 2 here in this series that the Padres are leading 1-0. The game is currently in the favor of Boston. Scored 2-1, and it will be Eduardo Nunez, batting .263. Hasn't hit any homers yet. Of course, he's got the semi-scrapper rating, which should annihilate a bunch of home runs out of his potential thing there. And so this is leaning, but I'm going to go with the 5 that's showing 2-3-5. Is Strom wild? He isn't. Is Nunez eager? Yes, that'll be a single because he's not a whiffer. So a single for Nunez. That brings up Christian Vasquez, batting .238. He is one of the hot hitters for Red Sox here. 5-6-6. Not the triple sixes, which would be a much different kind of roll. 5-6-6 though. Not wild. Strom isn't wild. Good eye. Christian Vasquez doesn't have that, so that is a strikeout. And we'll go to right now. Strom. So a strikeout thrown by a pitcher is the definition of hot. Cold is giving up a hit right before. So, and it's the same thing for a hitter, except the opposite. Hit is hot, strikeout, cold. Before the 5th inning, or before the 6th inning, actually, it's semi-hot or semi-cold. So it will be Holt with Nunez at first and 1 out off the right now chart, which does analyze the current streak. Cold batter, Brock Holt isn't cold, so it's going to be a fly out to right for the 2nd out. And now it'll be Michael Chavis, batting .240 with 2 home runs. They'd love to get another home run here. Of course, Devers got the first one in the first inning, and that fell out, so we're going to keep rolling. And here we go with 3-3-6 off the main chart for Chavis. Ace or dynamic? No. Neither of those. Sad sack, utility, or patient? No. That'll be a single to center. Nunez isn't stoic, so he will take third. He's going to go to advance 2 bases, and it'll be the top of the order for the Sox with 2 outs, runners at the corners. Andrew Benintendi with this is going to be, it's a red result, so this goes to the experience chart. Neither player is an icon nor a prospect, so we'll see what is the ruling of the day here. 2-6. Is he an icon pitcher? He is not. This is going to be a single that drops over the second baseman's head, and it's 3-1 as Benintendi gets a 2-out run batted in. And with the 2 lead, Chavis will have to hold a second, but 3-1 now as they're getting to Strom here some, and it's going to be Xander Bogaerts, the other hot hitter. He's hot by virtue of the game day extras. Can they keep this run going? 2 outs, runners at first and second, 3-1 lead, 2-3-4. Runners on base, there are. That means it's plate drama. We're going to check Austin Hedges. He is a neutral fielding guy, so let's see what this says. 25. Is the catcher gold? He isn't. So this is a passed ball. So everybody moves up 1. And we will go back and complete the at-bat off the main chart. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Bogaerts. You don't want to walk Bogaerts to get to Devers, that's for sure. So Bogaerts with his .354 average and 7 home runs. Can he pop number 8 here? 3, 4, 5. Iron catcher? No. Good eye. Bogaerts doesn't have a good eye. This is a strikeout to end the inning. And that will be it. That they do get another run across, and we will start the next inning back on the right now chart. Bottom of the second, 3-1 is your score, and it'll be Will Myers coming up. Not a hot batter, not a cold batter, but a hot, semi-hot pitcher here. Porcello, 55. Full count, batter steps out. Play resumes, decide or die for bases on balls would be the dot, and it is a dot, so he'll walk to lead off the inning. Wait. Actually, no, I was reading the wrong chart. Still base on balls. So, leadoff walk for Will Myers. He's semi-active. Let's see if he can get a stolen base. Does he get a good lead here? Need a dot for that. And he does, so it's going to be 1-4 with normal catcher Christian Vasquez behind the plate. 1-4, and and a 1 is an add-on error. So a stolen base for Myers and an E2 means that they've got a runner at third with nobody out. That'll be Myers. So Naylor up, tying run, nobody out, runner at third. 1-5-6. Whiffer. Naylor is a semi-whiffer with a dot. That's a strikeout. That's a big out right there. They're going to intentionally walk. This may come back and bite us. We're going to intentionally walk Franmil Reyes to get the Hedges and see if we can induce double play here and get out of this inning. Runners at the corners. They're going to play double play depth. Of course, Hedges is also hot batter, so this is 5-5-6. Ace? No. Sad sack? Yes. Liner to first. Hot shot right at Hedges. Or right at, right at Chavis. That's the second out, and it's going to bring up Ian Kinsler. Still runners at the corners, so if he wasn't a sad sack, if that had not been a dot on the decide or die, that would have been a double and would have scored 2 runs and would have tied the ball game. So to get away with that one, here's Kinsler now. 2, 3, 4. Runners on base, plate drama. Can they get through this? Plate drama. 45. Catcher gold, no. That's a passed ball and a run will score. Both runs have come on bad situations from the pitcher-catcher battery. And now, because the pass ball is in purple, we have to go to the chemistry chart. So this is additional problem here. Kinsler's at bat continues with a runner at second. Franmil Reyes. 45 again. Batting team harmony. They are harmonious. That will be a ground out, and that will get them out of the inning. It says ground out to choice infielder. So that's one of the oddball ones where would have been a walk. Or wait, no, that is a walk. My bad. I was looking at the wrong one. Batting team harmony, yes. Focus batter, waits on pitch, base on balls. So that's... And so now it'll be back to the top of the order. It'll be Manny Margot. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and this could go terribly wrong for the Red Sox here, depending on the roll. So let's see what happens with Margot. 2, 3, 5. Wild. Porcello isn't wild. Eager. Margot isn't eager. This is a grounder to second base. Up with it will be Holt. He'll throw to first in time, and Chavis makes the squeeze, and they get away with only the 1 run allowed. Looks like it will be unearned on the throwing error by Vasquez, advancing the runner to third. So that should not count against Porcello. It's a 3-2 lead as we go to the 3rd inning. Bit of a longer game here so far. Devers up with nobody on base. That's the way that San Diego wants to face him. 3-5-5. Not a struggler. Semi-champion with a dot. This will be a double to left field for Devers. 2 for 2 now. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door again. JD Martinez now. Another 3-5-5. Not a struggler. Is he a champion? He's not a champion. This is a grounder to second, except for a whiffer, and he is a whiffer, so that's a strikeout. So Martinez strikes out. Now Betts up with 1 out. 1-2-2. Strom, semi-workman. Is he a workman? He's semi-workman, no dots. He gets away with that. Champ or whiffer? Betts is neither champ nor a whiffer, so that's a liner to third base. Hot shot caught by Machado. 2 outs. And now Eduardo Nunez going to try and bring this run home. Needs a hit. 666s with a dot. Let's see what goes on here. Ace, no. Sad sack, no. Deep drive, glove, check. We got a roll, a die. Let's see what happens. Going. It is a 4. It is gone. It's a 2-run homer for Eduardo Nunez. He gets his first homer on the year. And it is 5-2. Big home run for Eduardo Nunez. What a time. With 2 outs. Looked like they were going to come up empty. And now that takes away all freshness from Strom. Because once a pitcher gives up 5 runs, it's no longer fresh. So Vasquez, now with 2 outs coming up, 2-6-6. No runner on first, not a leadoff hitter, so that'll be a fly ball out to right, and it's going to be caught by Reyes. But the damage done, 2 runs across, in Boston 5-2, looking to end this skid, going to the bottom of the 3rd. Okay, Machado Doubled in the first. 3-6-6. Not a pinch hitter. That's a fly ball. It's going to be caught in center by Betts. Getting a start there today. One out, giving Bradley Jr. the day off against the lefty. Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1. 1-2-2. Porcello is not a workman. Tatis is a semi-champion, doesn't have the dot. That'll be a liner caught at third by Nunez. 2 outs. Hunter Renfroe struck out his last time up. 1-2-2 again. Still not a workman. Oh, he's a whiffer. That'll be a nubbed single. Let's see. Did I miss something here? Tatis is whiffer, so we're going to get 2 of these in a row where it's whiffers, and I didn't read the full thing. So that's a single. It's going to be 2 singles in a row because of the whiffer that's on Tatis, and the whiffer is on Renfroe. So that 1-2-2 puts first and second with 1 out. So that's a mistake on my part. Now it brings up Will Myers. 2-4-6. Control. He is control. It's a grounder to the pitcher. It's going to be a force out. Tatis will go to third. And it will be 1-4. Fix that. Fielder's choice, first and third, 2 away for Josh Naylor. (5-2) currently. Tying run at the plate. 1-2-3, flash and fresh. He's flash. It's still the third inning. He's fresh. That's a strikeout to end the inning. 2 strikeouts of Naylor in this one, and they leave the bases with 2 runners on after 2 hits. And we are going to the 4th. 5-2 Boston. Brock Holt. Lead off here, 1-1-3. Ace or dynamic? Nope, neither of those. Slugger? Not a slugger, so it'll be a single. Not a sad sack. Yep, that's a single for Holt. Brings up Chavis. And the Padres are going to have to think about maybe a relief pitcher here soon. 5-6-6. Not wild. Good eye. Chavis doesn't have the good eye, so that's going to be strikeout. We're going to go to right now. So a chance maybe for 2 in a row here. If although Benintendi did single last time up, so he is considered semi-hot while the pitcher's semi-cold. Right now, chart 14 is the batter cold. No, he is not cold. Benintendi is not, so that will be outfield drama on the big swing. So let's see if they can get him out. 45. Center fielder gold. Center fielder is Margot. He's semi-gold. The dot is showing, so yes, it's going to be caught for the out in center. And we're going to go to chemistry chart now because it's purple. It brings up Bogarts off the chemistry chart. A chance for Strom to get out of this. .34. Batting team harmony. The dot is showing, so Boston is semi-harmonious. Batter waits for his pitch, smacks a single to the outfield. With a 3, I think Holt will take third with 2 outs. So that's first and third for Devers. And the Padres will get their bullpen stirring now. It'll be Perdomo warming up. Devers, lefty versus lefty. They just need an out here to get out of this inning without any further damage. 1-1-2. Is he flash? Yes, he is. That's a strikeout to end the inning. Devers goes down swinging. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. 3.5. It's 5-2, and it's going to be the bottom of the order. Franmil Reyes facing Porcello. 3-5-5. Struggler. Semi-struggler, no doubt. So Porcello gets away with that one. That would have been a single. Champion. He's not a champion. That'll be a whiffer strikeout for Reyes for one out here in the 4th. Austin Hedges, the hot hitter for San Diego. 4-5-6. He is not patient, so it's a fly out to center. We'll go to chemistry. It's helped the Red Sox last inning. 15 pitching team harmony. The dot is showing, so yes. Outfielder makes a sliding grab of a looping liner. We will call that, for a righty, we'll call that left field. So 1-2-3 inning for Porcello and the Red Sox, and we'll go to the 5th. The Padres are going to make a pitching change now. They're going to go with Luis Perdomo. And as Strom hasn't been very effective, he's given up his 5th run, so they want to start being able to dictate the fresh quality a little bit. As Strom didn't have it anymore, so 4 innings pitched, and now Perdomo comes in to face JD Martinez. Tough spot here to come in fresh. So 1-4-6. He is flash. That's a strikeout. 1 down as he gets Martinez down on strikes. Mookie Betts. 3-4-6. He is not eager, so that's going to be a walk. He's not active, so he doesn't get the free stolen base. Now, Eduardo Nunez, who went deep his last time up. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a homer. 1-3-3. This is going to be a fly ball to left. If he was a slugger, it'd be gone, but it'll be caught in left by Hunter Renfroe. That brings up Christian Vasquez, the hot hitter. Even though they're up by 3, let's have Betts try to get a lead. He doesn't, so he'll have to stay put. 4-4-6 for Vasquez. Perdomo isn't a star. Not sad sack utility or patient. That's going to be a single. Betts will take 3rd. It's going to bring up Holt with 2 outs. And that's going to be to experience. Icon versus nothing. So 46. Icon pitcher, no. Hard shot, shallow right field. Great by the first. Great play. Hard shot to shallow right field. Great play by first baseman to pitcher. Out. Runners advance. Well, that's the final out, so we're going to call that a 3-1 to end the inning. So just sometimes it's tough to read those, but it's going to be no runs on a hit and 2 left. We've had quite a few left on base in this game. But Perdomo gets through the inning. He may pitch a second. But we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th as I drop a die. Easy to find. It was right where I needed it to be, so lucky there. Could have taken extra time to find it, but top of the order with Margot facing Porcello, 5-6-6. We've had quite a few of those rolls today. He's not wild. Good eye, no. He's a strikeout victim here. And then we go to the right now chart. Machado is not cold, only flew out, not hot either. Margot is, Porcello is semi-hot. 25. Hot batter, Machado isn't, so that'll be a line out to first base. So Go back to the main chart, and it will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2. 2, 3, 5. Not wild. Not eager. That'll be a grounder to second, and the play will be made from Holt to Chavis to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 inning. Porcello having a nice outing here. Gonna make this ERA even better, and Perdomo will continue to work to Chavis and then Benintendi and Bogarts most likely. Top of the 6th, 5-2. Wingenter is probably the way you should be. He's going to get up and warm up here just in case they need somebody to go to. Chavis, first batter in the 6th. 4-6-6. Big roll there. Not a star. Not sad sack, utility, or patient. That's a single to lead off. He's not active, so we don't have to worry about that. But we are going to go to the experience chart, and it'll be Benintendi. So neither of these guys have experience ratings. 13. Prospect pitcher, no. Grounded to third base with a 1. That will be a double play, so he induces the 5-4-3 around the horn. So Perdomo gets Benintendi to ground out. Now clearing the base paths, it will be Bogarts. 2 singles, 2 for 2. Another 5-6-6 wild, no good eye, no strikeout for Bogarts, and no runs, a hit, and nobody left. So that'll be it for Perdomo in the bottom of the inning. We will go with Wingenter, but it will be Hunter Renfroe to lead off the bottom of the 6th. They need some runs. Uh-oh, did I... it went in there. Let's re-roll. I had one that didn't go through. So 5-5-6. There's a different one. Ace for Porcello, no. Sad sack, no. Double to right. So Renfroe with a double. Now Boston is going to have to look at their situation. Barnes hasn't gotten much work of late. They're going to get Colton Brewer stirring in the pen. So Renfroe at second, 5-2, and Will Myers, nobody out, up 1-2-6. Fresh, Porcello in the 6th inning, semi-fresh with a dot. That's a liner caught at second base, so they get away with one there. Caught by Holt, 1 out. And a nailer, 0 for 2. Couple strikeouts in a row, 1-1-3. Acer dynamic, no. Slugger, nailer, semi-slugger. This guy here is staying on there with a no, so he's not going to be a slugger here. So that'll be a single to center unless he is a sad sack or home run king, which then it would be a strikeout. So it will be a single. Only 1 base advance, though, for Renfroe. So that's, if it had been the double, that would have been a run. So now we got to decide if we're going to make a change. It's going to be Reyes coming up here, first and third. 1 out. They're going to play back and hope for a double play. Can they get the double play? 4 quad, trip 4s. Scrapper, no. Double unless he's a home run king. He is a home run king. This is a 3-run shot, and the game is tied. Home run, Franmil Reyes. 5-5 is your score, and we left Porcello in too long. Still 1 out, and they're going to get the hook. It's too late, so they're going to bring in Brewer, the righty versus the righty. That's a shame. So 5 1/3 for Porcello. going so well, and then you get that trip fours, and that is disaster. So Hedges, 2, 4, 6. Control, no. Semi-eager with a dot, so that will be a pop-up to third base for the second out. So Kinsler, 2, 4, 5. Is he a hero? No. Pops up to second base. 3 runs, 3 hits. Tough inning for Porcello as he goes from being the pitcher of record and potential winner to being just another starter who never gets the decision. So it'll be Devers to lead off, and they're going to bring in Trey Wingenter. Pitch the 7th. Devers. 3, 5, 5. Is he a struggler? Semi-struggler, no dot. Champion, semi-champion. We need to roll this again. Is he going to come up champion this time? No. That'll be a grounder to second. So a fortunate result there for the Padres. 5-5 is your score in the 7th. J.D. Martinez. 1, 2, 4. Control. No, Wingenter doesn't have control. Eager. Martinez isn't eager. That's a walk. That brings up Mookie Betts. Betts has not been very good thus far this season. He sure could use a time to get hot right now. He's walked, but he's 0 for 2. Can he get a 1-3-3? That would be a hell of a roll for him right here. 4, 5, 5. That probably won't do it. Workman, no. Patient, semi-patient, no dot. That'll be a grounder to first base. The runner will advance. But that's 2 away. Now, Eduardo Nunez, who was the hero earlier, but that's long since forgotten for Red Sox fans. They could use a single and a score here if they could help it. 1, 4, 5. Struggler, yes. Oh, wait, Struggler, semi, no. That'll be a grounder to third base, which will end the inning. Machado throws to first, caught by Myers. No runs, no hits, 1 left. All right, so Brewer is done. Heath Hembry. So after 2/3 of an inning, Brewer is lifted for Hembry. Top of the order, Manuel Margot, 0 for 3. 1-1-4. He is fresh. That'll be a grounder to shortstop. There's Bogarts to Chavis, 1 away. Manny Machado, bottom of the 7th. It's 5-5. 1, 2, 6. Fresh. He is fresh. That'll a liner to second base. It's caught by Holt. Now, Fernando Tatis, 1 for 3. The young man, can he do it here? 1-5-5. Look out. Home run king he is. That one is gone. Solo shot. 6-5. Padres on top. Padres are going to get Craig Stammen up. This is all gone wrong for Boston. They're going to need to do some work here. Now, Renfroe with 2 outs. 4, 5, 6. He's not patient, so that'll be a fly out to center field, which will retire the side, but they get the go-ahead run on the solo dinger from Fernando Tatis Jr. 8th inning going to start with a 6-5 lead for the Padres, and they're going to bring in their setup man, their 8th inning guy, Craig Stammen, to try and bridge this over to Kirby Yates. Genter with an inning of work. Only allowed the walk, and it's going to be the bottom of the order facing Stamen, the semi-star with double control. If you get a control roll here for Stamen, you get 2 outs in a row. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. That is, yes, that is strikeout. Vasquez now 1 for 4 on the evening. 1 for 3 for Holt. Love to get somebody on base here. Get this tying, get the go-ahead run up. 2, 3, 6. Double control. Yes, he is. That'll be a grounder to both the pitcher. 1, 3, and then Chavis gets out on a grounder to the shortstop. 6-3, which ends the inning. Very rare to get a double control roll that actually has it pan out, but it does there for the Padres. They will get Kirby Yates ready to roll for the 9th as Stamen has a great inning of 1, 2, 3 run through the bottom of the order. Red Sox will get up Matt Barnes to try and actually, no, not Barnes. I shouldn't do that. What are we going to do here? We're going to do Brandon Workman. Save Barnes just in case they have a comeback against Yates. Hembry thought he was going to get through that inning, and then he gives up the tater to Tatis. So he's going to face Myers here. Workman is 3-4-4. He will be the closer later in the season, but as for the moment, he's still a setup guy. He's not a prospect, or else that would be a chance at a home run. Not patient, so that'll be a pop-up caught by Holt. Josh Naylor, 2-2-3. Semi-wild, no dot. Gets away with that. Slugger or utility. Semi-slugger. Got to re-roll the decide or die. He's not a slug. That'll be a single. Naylor doesn't run. He's semi-stoic. If he were active, he would get a stolen base there for free. Now, Franmil Reyes with a runner at first and 1 out. Oh, no, he's going to get another home run, isn't he? He's still a home run king. This is not good. This is quad or trip fours again. This is gone. It's a 2-run homer, and it's going to give the Padres a 8-5 lead as he knocks in Naylor and himself. It's a home run for Franmil Reyes, and it is now looking like a 4-game losing streak for the Red Sox. As now the Padres take a 3-run lead. Hedges, 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Champion, no. Outfield drama. They just want to get out of this inning and hope with the top of the order coming up they can do something about it. 22. Center fielder, gold. Mookie Betts, he's semi-gold. The dot doesn't help him here. That is a single, wild throw, batter at second. So it's going to be a single for Hedges. E8, second error of the game for the Red Sox. And it's almost now not even a save situation. If Kinsler were to get a hit here and score the runner, 4-5-6. Not patient. Fly out to center field. Go to the chemistry chart. Again, harmonious for both teams. Well, semi-harmonious for Boston. 2-6. Batting team harmony, yes. Fired up batter chops a single. I think Hedges would have to hold. Runners advance 1 base on single, so that will be, he'll have to hold. But it wasn't Kinsler, it was Margot. Doesn't matter, because we were going off team chemistry, not off of any of his qualities. But now Machado up first and third. Not going to get thrown out at second if you're Margot. Is the floor wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. 1-1-5. Fresh. So Workman is still in his first inning of work. We will say yes. Pops up to the choice infielder. We will say to second base. They do get 2 runs. Kirby Yates is going to try and close this out. The top of the order is going to face Yates. It's what you'd hope for. Power on power, but it is Benintendi. He is 1 for 4 so far. 3-3-6, ace or dynamic. He is an ace. That's a fly out to center. We're going to go to experience now. Yates, semi-icon. Bogarts, semi-icon. 34. Prospect batter, no. Ground out, rubber up first baseline. Runners at base. Oh, so that's a ground out to first. 3-1 for Bogarts. And now we're going to go back to the main chart for Rafael Devers. Last gasp here for Boston, as they're going to have a 4-game losing streak. 2 outs. 2-5-6. Struggler, no. Champion. He's semi-champion with a dot. He's going to get a walk at least. Still alive. Brings up J.D. Martinez. If he can get on base here, that's the tying run coming to the plate. Would be Mookie Betts. Can Martinez get on base here? 2-4-5. Hero. He is a hero. That's a single to left, and it's going to bring up Mookie Betts with a chance to get this game all square. Can he do it? 0 for 3. His average keeps dropping. It's got to be in the 230s now. Runners at first and second. This is Mighty Casey. Can he do the job and get this game tied up off of Yates? 2-3-5. Wild, no. Eager, no. Grounder to second. Going to be caught by Kinsler. He throws to first. That is your ball game, and a bit of a bit of a tough save there for Yates. He makes it look difficult, but that is your 8-5 final here, as San Diego Padres come from behind and surprise the Red Sox with 6 runs in the final, 3.5 innings. They get to Porcello late, and then they take care of the bullpen. Your winner will be, let's see, will be Luis Perdomo. Save will go to Yates, and the loss is going to go to, let's see, I think I forgot to mark down. Right here was where Brewer came in. The loss is going to go to Hembry. So that is that. And just to go over the stats with you here, Benintendi 1 for 5, Bogarts 2 for 5. Benintendi did have an RBI. 2 runs batted in for Devers with the home run. 2 for 4 for him, 1 for 4 for Martinez. You got 2 for 4 for Nunez. Obviously, we already mentioned 0 for 4 for Betts, but 2 for 4 for Nunez with a home run, 2 runs batted in. Looked like he was going to be a hero, but unfortunately, the Boston pitching couldn't do it. So the Red Sox with 5 runs on 12 hits. They out-hit San Diego, but left 9. Also committed 2 errors, while San Diego got 11 hits and 8 runs off of that. Buoyed by 3 home runs, mostly the ones from Franmil Reyes were the real daggers. Of course, Tatis was a big problem too. But Porcello, no decision, 5 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a home run surrendered. Brewer with a clean inning, or clean 2/3 of an inning, and then Hembry with the loss. 1 earned run to show for an inning pitched, with a hit given up, and that hit being the home run. Brandon Workman gave up 2 earned runs in an inning on 4 hits. So, all in all, not the best showing from both. So 8-5, your final here from Petco, as the Padres are a game away from a sweep of the Red Sox, and the Red Sox are dropping like a lead balloon here. Hopefully they can get this together in the final game of the series, as they will have David Price going on the mound, and they will be facing Chris Paddock, so not the most favorable of matchups for them. So this could be trouble. But with this game, you never know. History Maker Baseball definitely can have some surprises, and we had one tonight with a comeback for San Diego. So if you hit like, I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Have a good rest of your week. We're almost to the end of the week here, so enjoy your Friday tomorrow, and see you soon back here on Tenacious Sports.